Howdy folks, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So today I wanted to talk just a little bit about Once Human. Okay, we're gonna really go over one of the trailers that the game has to offer. Had an opportunity to play through kind of the beta that this last couple days. We're gonna get into more of that. I got more videos that are planned for this game. But today I really want to talk about what is Once Human, right? So a lot of people coming in asking that question. One thing to know is that the game's not set to release until Q4 of 2023. So that's this year. Now, obviously it being in beta, that could extend, right? Like it could release earlier in early access, or it could release further. So not really sure exactly when it's going to release yet. But right now it looks like it's probably on track to release during that time frame. The game is subject to change, as you guys know. So anything that we watch over the next week or two, just understand that it's a beta. Okay, there's bugs. There are lots of things inside of the game that they're still working on. The good news is developers taking feedback, and they're doing a good job with that feedback. So what is the game? The game is an open world survival post-apocalyptic game, right? There's zombies in it. There's other AI in it. There's other players in it. And I know what you're thinking. Man, we got enough of these games, and we do. But the thing here, just hear me out. This game's different. This game actually has an opportunity to do some really unique things inside of it. So I'm excited. You should be excited for the game, because I do think it offers something that a lot of games do well, but it's kind of put them all into this title. So I think there's a lot of things that we're going to get to see. The game currently supports you playing as a solo player. You can also play with up to 4 people, known as a hive. So that's a small group. You also have war bands, which are much larger groups of people, up to 12. That's like a clan or community. There looks like there's some kind of territory control system in the game. Not going to give away too much of that, but all of that stuff is inside of it. You do have PvE and PvP inside of the game. So for those of you that don't want, the PvP stuff, that's perfectly fine. Now, a unique thing that I have seen inside of the game thus far is that even though you're on a PvE server, you can still move to PvP. So there's things that happen inside of the game, or options that you have to turn into a PvP player and then battle other players that are also in PvP. So that's an interesting kind of spin on the game. There's multiple beta tests that are planned from now until the game releases. I'm going to put the actual link down in the description. I highly recommend for anybody that is looking to get involved in this game to go down there and try it out. Now, remember, it's a beta. The whole idea with the beta is to give feedback, right? I've got a whole list of notes here that I'm going to provide to the developer, because we want to make the game as good as possible. So if your beta, you're going into a beta, is different than early access. Oftentimes early access, you're paying for the game. You expect, in some instances, you're expecting, or you're helping the developer move towards that final product. In this one, I mean, there's no cost. So the idea is you're coming in, it's not a finished product, and you should be, giving them good feedback for it. Unsure what the cost is going to be for the game. The one thing I will say is I think this is releasing on all platforms. So I don't think this is just going to be a PC-based game. I also believe it's going to go on some of the platforms and some of the mobile phones. I'm still trying to gather all the details for that. So if somebody has that, post it in the comments. That way others know exactly what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to the trailer here, and let's see what this thing has to do for us. This isn't going to show a lot of gameplay, but that's fine. We're going to get into the gameplay later this week when I show you guys kind of what happened when I went in.
This is the LEA Institute. All controls have failed. Repeat, all controls have failed. Everywhere. Requesting evac.
Oh, the bird. Starry Studios presents. So an interesting thing for me here is we know that there's vehicles. There are vehicles in the game, like that. We know motorcycles. You guys are going to see those for sure. I haven't made it far enough to see if there's other vehicles. What I find interesting on this part of the video is that they're in a larger vehicle. This makes me believe that we're probably going to see larger vehicles further into the game. And I'm hoping. Let me just say, I hope that that's what we're going to see.
Squad H73 has reached target location. Mission objective, deviation control.
And this is a normal mission. They're going to go in, they're clearing this thing out. Oh, man.
What the hell happened?
Something's eating something. Okay.
Class B deviant identified. Open fire! Open fire!
What is that? Like, I haven't seen that yet. So I have seen the normal zombies inside of the beta. That, like, this is a whole new looking thing here. Take that. Whoa, bro.
Get up now.
Now, as you watch this, you're going to notice just a couple things. One of the things, you know, I've said that it has kind of lots of different elements inside of the game, right? So when you're starting to play it, you'll see kind of like a DayZ kind of feel for certain aspects because the open world and that, it's got zombies in it. You'll get a feel for like the Division 2 or Division just in general because it's the way that some of the equipment is, and then kind of the layout of how that equipment is. And we'll talk more about that later this week. You've got... golly, there was another game I was thinking as well. But there's a couple games that I see that they've taken pieces of it and they've kind of thrown in here that actually make it kind of unique. Somebody said it the other day, it's the game that we wish the day before was, if that makes sense. And I don't mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with the day before right now, just in general. But when I was imagining what the day before was going to be from a game perspective, this is kind of what I thought it was going to be. Although a little bit different in some aspects. But.
Gotta get out of here. Yourself hidden.
Okay, these dudes here, I don't know how many times I've fought these guys, and I don't think I've won yet. Like so they're rough. The enemies definitely scale appropriately inside of this game. These are fun.
Look them in the eye.
Spiders. So they're giving you little tidbits throughout this thing. Oh boy. And listen, you have a whole arsenal of stuff, right? Like that's the other cool part. You're seeing it here. I think you saw a Molotov cocktail was thrown. You saw them switch different weapons. The teamwork that it takes inside of these. So often a lot of the fights that you're going to be in inside of the game, and a lot of the stuff that you're doing in here, there's a lot of it that's like jump puzzles or just puzzles in general. Like it's not as easy just to go in, shoot, and then leave. I mean, obviously it is if you outscale yourself, right? Like that's in any game. But for this one, that's some of the unique stuff that I'm seeing already.
It's all over. Let's get out of here.
Okay, got the cases that they're going to be having. Sure. Oh, we got a little sniper action, huh? And this, I think, is the lead into PvP in my mind. Or one of the factions. Yeah. Very good. So I think there's a lot to be said for this game. You know, just playing it this week, and then I've got a lot of recording and stuff and some stuff we're going to talk about. It's got a really promising future, but I would highly recommend that you go over and you at least wish list this game. Okay, so you get an opportunity, especially if you're a survival fan. If you like survival games, you're going to like this game. Okay, you have both sides, PvE and PvP, so there's no reason that you shouldn't get it. The only thing we don't know right now is really the cost. It was some of the games that we're all playing at this point that are inside of the survival scene that are like not finished and all this. This game to me is way more finished right now, polished, than almost all of the games that I've played that I absolutely still love that we're playing all the time. Some things I do want to talk about here though, just real quick. There's a huge system inside of this game. Lots of crafting. There's a little bit of farming. There's going to be a gathering. There's, collecting. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening here. So this is not just like a, mission driven game where you're going out, you're playing the game and you're coming back and then you're done. No, like this thing it's deep. The building is really fun. You got to find blueprints to then get the items that you need for both weapons or for the material. So it's something that you can play. I thought I was going to be able to play a couple days and level this thing out. And I've been playing a lot of it. That is not the case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to do the next one on this. There's really a lot here. So make sure you guys go down to the description, You'll see the link down there for the beta sign up. You're also going to see the link down there to go ahead and wish list this game, because I highly recommend that you do, especially if you're a survival fan. All right. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll see you on the next one. See you now, Sarge, signing off.